Welcome to Musing with Tanya D. I'm your host once again, Tanya D, and thanks for joining me on these nature podcasts. This is podcast 111. What a great number if you're into numerology. All those ones, triple, three, triangles. I'd get into that later, the energy there. So to continue on the journey with the season of summer and the element of fire and exercise, when you think about aerobics and cardiovascular, it actually refers to a variety of ways you can exercise that stimulate your heart and your lung for a period of sufficiency long enough to produce beneficial changes in your body. For example, running, swimming, cycling, jogging. These are all typical cardiovascular uplifting ways you can exercise, but there are many others where aerobics gets you to work at your own capacity. And nowadays we have cardiovascular activities, Zumba, anything to get your heart moving. But as you create a regular program for your body increases. So it's important to be aware and utilize factors into your program, such as your age, your physical condition, any illness you might have, especially if you have challenges with your heart or your lungs. It's a great idea before you get too out of control that you actually get a complete physical before you start a strenuous program at least. So doing cardiovascular is a great importance to maintain actually your heart health and to remedy it. You can create a daily, weekly, or even a monthly ritual that you create and provide with regularity and a variety that you enjoy. Some people like to just pick one activity and do it every day, while if you're like me, you get bored and you need diversity. A great time to exercise is actually before or after your annual workday, or daily workday, I should say, not annual. Some of us, I guess, work once a year. Sorry, just throwing that in there. So I generally get an hour in wherever I can. Sometimes it's first thing in the morning, sometimes it's after work. But I actually maintain a variety of different things because as long as I'm doing some kind of activity, at least for an hour and getting a good sweat in, it just is a great time to provide a different sense of well-being. And it's actually much more amazing and fulfilling to your body than those couple of drinks that we usually have after a hard day at the office, right? So there's a wide range of possibilities, and I'm only going to give you a few. So an hour a day is great to devote to your own fitness and mental acuity, but at least 30 is great for vigorous exercise to just get your body going and at least promote some sweating. 15 minutes to get some mild movement, and 15 minutes of stretching is great as well. And it's always important to loosen and stretch your muscles before activities that are vigorous to help prevent injuries to the body. Realize that you need to create a program that's healthy, active, and customized for you. So, if you are very overweight, feeling toxic, and just beginning to exercise, it's more importantly to start slowly. So 1 hour a day is a great goal, but be informed that you need to go at your own speed. And it's not the best thing to do a crash exercise program. They're like crash diets, and they're not really helpful and oftentimes can be dangerous. So you want to have a good time with an exercise routine. It should be fun. It's a great way that you can actually be with yourself, your body, your feelings, your mind, your breath, your environment. Make a deal with yourself. Start your own program. The best thing you can do is win, win, win. So with all that said, I hope I inspired you between this podcast and the last one to get your body moving this summer. Go enjoy the summer sun. Start a new habit and a routine of creating vitality by moving your body. So also a great thing for the summer is to strengthen the element of fire especially if it's weak. Besides the sun, that'll help along with the exercise, but foods and great elimination are also important. And there's some common herbs that are awesome for the summertime. Cayenne pepper is actually one of them. It's one of nature's true stimulants. It's actually medicinally known as a tonic stimulant, and it provides quick energy, and it acts as a heating agent, and it's not irritating. It's been even used on wounds and sores, or even irritated ulcers in the stomach and the colon. It's even been applied as on joints for rheumatoid arthritis and inflammation, along with the gums. So it's very high in vitamin C. And so with the stimulating and heating effects, it's a great herb for colds and flus and sore throats. Plus, it helps with weak circulation and cold or damp feet. And being a heart stimulant as well, it actually acts as a cleanser for the blood because it helps to eliminate impurities in the blood by increasing the flow of urine and sweating. It's also been used to assist in the kidneys and the spleen and the pancreas. So as a stimulant, cayenne can be taken either in capsules a few times a day, or you can add a half teaspoon in a glass of water. For its tonic effects, the 2 capsules taken twice a day for 30 to 60 days, say, will help strengthen your circulation along with cleansing your blood. So this bright red pepper is known as the African bird pepper, and it's better to use rather than the light orange variety. Another great herb for the summer is ginger root. How many of you add ginger root to your smoothies? It acts as a stimulant, it's aromatic, and it helps with your stomach. And it works more slowly than cayenne pepper, but it's very good for your circulation because both these herbs stimulate and increase the fire in the body. It's used for suppressed menstruation, cold, sore throats, diarrhea, indigestion, nausea. And it's great to add just 6 to 8 thin slices of ginger root to 6 cups of boiling water. And again, simmer it and drink a cup or 2 daily for a month and observe the effects it has on your body and the heat and the circulation. Another great herbs and foods for the summer are like hot greens, like mustard, watercress, cauliflower, cabbage. They also stimulate your fire energy. While garlic is great in your diet for strong cleaning the blood and wards off any vampires, friends too, for that matter. It's great for strengthening the blood, which in turn helps the heart because they're one and the same, right? So you can combine equal parts of nettle, chives, watercress, yellow dock root. Either you can create a soup or use it dried and powdered and sprinkle on as a seasoning or for a tonic. And this is also great for the blood, but it's also awesome for chronic skin problems, especially acute ones. If you get boils or sores, because it releases the impure blood out through the skin. And it's a concept of seeing the blood as impure when it has substances in it, such as chemicals, microorganisms, and other impurities, because anything that goes on within the body will actually show up at the level of the skin. So if you can cleanse the blood, it also helps cleanse the skin. Red clover is awesome as a tea. And there are other herbal blood cleansers that are great for the summertime. Also, making tea during the summer is great. So if you're too hot in the summer or you have excess fire energy, get in the shade, jump in the pool, have some great cooling fruit juices like orange or lemonade, and try some cooling herbs like green mints and flowers of hibiscus, chamomile. boil some water, pour them in a pot. I prefer them cold, obviously, in the summer, or at least lukewarm. You should never boil your greens or flowers with other aromatic oils because the flavor will actually be lost. So in hotter weather, make some iced tea by adding ice or refrigerating your brew before drinking it. And I don't really prefer honey or maple syrup. I like the real flavors, but if that's your thing, go right ahead and do it. So you can also use any of those herbs that I mentioned as a solar tea by placing them in a glass jug of water and leaving them out in sunlight for a day. And for any of you that are moon babies like myself, make some lunar tea near a full moon by leaving the jug with herbs and water out in the moonlight for 1 or 2 nights. I just love the summer, my season. For your small intestine, here's some special herbs to help your nutrition and to keep the small intestine optimally flowing. Comfrey root, licorice root, fennel seed, even anise seed. So comfrey root acts as a tonic and a healer to the intestinal lining when you use it daily for 1 or 2 months. So same thing, boil a tablespoon of the root in 2 cups of water, 20 minutes. I, again, like it lukewarm. So drink 1 to 2 cups daily. If you are prone to having intestinal gas or indigestion, fennel or anise tea is helpful. So simmer a teaspoon for each cup for 15 minutes and drink several times throughout the day. Licorice root is a great peacemaker because it helps soothe the digestive system, and it's a mild laxative. It's a great herb for children as well because it's a soft root. So simmering 1 teaspoon per cup for 10 minutes should extract its essence. Now, a couple herbs for the heart, but you have to understand that the heart is actually a more difficult subject when it comes to herbs. Obviously, it's the heart, right? It's the center of everything. So a couple herbs that are awesome for the heart are ginseng root because it's a very strong yang root. So it's a builder. And as a builder, if you're going to ingest or use ginseng root, it's actually suggested that you don't eat any fruits or vegetables that are yin foods for 2 to 3 days while using ginseng root. And ginseng root is used as a daily rejuvenator. You can get it as an extract or a powder and make a tea. But a really good root could be used monthly at the beginning of each season or even once a year. This herb was originally primarily used for men, even though women use it too. However, it's too strong to use for pregnant women, so stay away from that. The other is the borage plant. The leaves are the flowers. It's another herb that can actually strengthen your heart, but it actually seems to work more on the emotional level, bringing in happiness because the flowers especially can be eaten and made as a tea, and they've been used for centuries to help with melancholy or just forgetting your troubles. Other cardiac herbs are motherwort, asparagus, golden seal, peppermint, tansy, sorrel, and valerian root. So enough of that on this podcast. Thanks for joining me. My next podcast for summer is actually, I'm going to go into color therapy, which is one of my favorites. So again, thanks for joining me, Musing with Tanya D. Please like, share, explore my other podcasts. Okay, my energetic beings, be well, and I will talk to you soon.